To start with, everything was normal. The French Alps, skiing, snowboarding, having a great time in some great snow and some great clients. Until almost overnight, we went from a full power winter season to nothing. To start with, lockdown was actually pretty okay.
The lifts were closed, of course, but we could still ski tour up to the top of the mountain and enjoy all the amazing snow that we had around us still. We even hiked up for sunrise one morning, which was pretty amazing. Fairly quickly though, the lockdown rules were made clear and we couldn't ski tour, we couldn't use the mountain, and we basically had to stay really close to home during the next couple of weeks at least.
So, had to make the most of the last bit of snow, of course, so we started jumping around in the front garden, practicing our jump turns for the steeps and for the off-piste. I did some ski touring where we didn't actually go anywhere, but it kind of kept me moving a bit. And then I started running around our tiny little village, which is only a couple of kilometres from end to end, so I had to lap it in as many different ways as I possibly could, including a little bit of Strava art. Managed to draw this little guy. It was time to start getting creative though. We couldn't go far, the runs weren't keeping me that interested, so I started doing some challenges that I'd seen a few other people doing and a few people challenging me to do. So 1,000 sit-ups in one day, and then a few days later 1,000 press-ups in one day. Not the worst location to be doing it, but still in pieces by the end of it, of course.
With the help of Chalet Savoir Faire, we got into a bit of cooking. Make sure you check out their YouTube channel, by the way. I've done a few little updates for them on there.
At this point, spring was fully upon us. The snow mountains had melted, everything was green again. We're allowed to explore a little bit further, but still not far from home. But luckily, all this is right on our doorstep, and all the animals are starting to take over again, which is pretty great to see, including all the neighbours' dogs that we hadn't seen for a while. And of course, I had to try out some DIY. So they started pretty simple little projects around the house, and gradually I started helping out some friends, and they've moved on a little bit from DIY to full house renovations. And then with spring fully upon us, we could start to explore even further.
We could jump on our bikes again, we could go climbing, we could go exploring all around the amazing sights that there are to see up in the mountains. Even a few restaurants started to open up, as long as we kept our distance, of course.
The final thing that kept me pretty busy was keeping up to date with a few blogs and internet pages that I'm helping out with. And you'll probably see that Nielsen feature pretty highly in them if you get a chance to check out any of these websites at all.